Hello. All right. Welcome back. In this video, we're going to be talking about Gourment Journey, a restaurant app. So I just want to go through the process for this app. If you haven't seen the project or uh, a recording of how the prototype looks, I'll do that at the end of the video. So the app is, of course, like I said, a restaurant app. So the first thing I did when trying to do this project was to go find a design brief. Now, all I knew was I wanted a restaurant app. I didn't know specifics about the target audience or what this app was about. So I just picked up Chat GTP to help me with that. And I'm going to do a video about actually using ChatGPT to create design prompts for that are actually mind blowing for your projects. And so the concept was that got me was design a restaurant app called Gourment Journey, aimed at young professionals who are food enthusiasts and love exploring new culinary experiences. And this was like the demographic 25 to 35, psychographics, enjoying dining out, value, convenience, prefer experiences and all of that. So they like going out basically. And I also asked for the flows, you know because I it's basically supposed to be a mini project. I actually wanted to do it in a weekend. I wanted to do more of a UI stuff, but I ended up putting in my UX cap, putting on my UX cap up on rather, and so it gave me onboarding flow, home screen, restaurant discovery. That these are prioritized features and flows because actually in the beginning it gave me seven major flows. I had to say, oh no, I have less time. Give me prioritized screens that I needed for this app, and it did that. It also broke down how many screens should be in each flow. This is three screens for onboarding, one screen for home screen, and all of that. And it was so cool. And there are some other things unique, because I asked for that. I don't know why I asked for that, but it gave me unique additions that can make my app stand out or make the project stand out. And here was augmented reality, AI powered recommendations, virtual dining experience. I love this virtual dining experience because it just gives this vibe. It's actually a very wonderful thing. Like it's almost like Bumble or Tinder, but for dining. So it's like you're having a blind date kind of thing, but virtually. And I have ideas about that, but I didn't explore most or if any of this. There was the sustainability tracker, cooking classes, and the rest. Diet and nutrition integration. That actually is a wonderful feature. So, well, I just did one extra lovely thing, which was food events, and you get to see that. So, the next thing after the design brief was competitive analysis, and I wanted to do a little bit of research about what is out there, the apps that are offering this, and all of that. And this is what I did. I actually searched up um, popular apps. I group them into competitors. These are actually supposed to be competitors. So these are direct competitors. Description: what the app is about. Um, Users, how many users. These are actually downloads from Play Store. I got to find out that some of the apps that had lesser downloads even had more users than some of the apps that had more downloads. That was it was crazy, but that was it. And I had a section for branding and app experience, just to get an idea of what worked and what isn't working and all of that. Um, Selling points. So these were some of the things they were talking about, or the businesses were saying about themselves. And I wrote all of that just to give me an idea of what I could do different, or even maybe do something that meets up to the apps that are actually performing well, what to take note of, and all of that. So I find competitive analysis to be a very wonderful like part of the design process, because it first of all gives me a let's say a boost, like so I get to see what's out there already. I get to see what people already love about this kind of apps or services, and what they hate as well, and what I could improve on. And it just breaks me out of like, where do I start from? And I see something to start from. So yeah, that was cognitive analysis. Do something about that when you're doing your own design process. Then I did personas. Um, so personas, of course. So this was, I actually used ChatGPT or to create them out of my target audience. But basically, of course, you're supposed to do like actual research with prospective users that fit into that description before coming up with this, you know from what you find and all of that. But it's fine if it's still part of like, oh, you've already identified your target audience and then you create something like this. Then after that, there was the branding. I had to think up something, bring up a logo. I jumped into Canva, took this out. I wouldn't say create because, but I actually still created, but I got this logo from Canva, did a little bit of typography, chose Segio UI, thought about colors and what I could, this is like an exciting color. It's connected to excitement, and red is also connected to hunger and everything. So yeah, this was, it wasn't, I had to adjust along the way, but this was what I started with. And then I got into the design, you know so so there's this break, like when you want to start, like where do you start from? Like drawing that first frame is actually like very difficult. So instead of thinking about what to do, I just drew out from the flows, like, okay, these are the screens I'll probably need. And for the home button, I'll need this, and that. For this home screen, I'll need this, and that. And one other thing I did, I dropped some notes on some of the extra things to think about when I'm creating the screens. But one other major thing I did was to put the personas by the side, because I noticed that most of the time, or before, when I usually do this kind of projects or UX projects, or do some UX to the projects I work on, I forget the personas. And then I remember them when I'm doing user testing. So I just decided to put them by the side. So maybe when I'm creating or designing, the decisions I'm making, I get to remember that, oh, okay, based on what this guy is about, and the characteristics, I should put something like this or like that. That is just helpful. So I started with this, and this was what it came what I came out with after I was done. You see, there are more screens, and when you get to add prototyping into the whole stuff, you get to see that it's not just 1 to 3 screens. You have to add more frames to create flows and stuff like that. So, and it was messy. So it was really messy. It wasn't as arranged as this. It was really messy. I wish I had snapped it. There were a lot of components scattered around. I actually These were some of the components I you know um, created while designing, and this is like for a micro interaction, different states and all of that. And yeah, so sometimes, like, it's not, this isn't how the design process is. When you design, it's kind of gets messy, but when you're done, you have the chance to like arrange and put things together in place. So after the design and wireframes, I decided to test the app. I actually wanted to skip this step because I was, remember I said it was basically a weekend kind of thing. I wanted to do it for 1 weekend, but then I started thinking about, I needed to do this so that the flow is complete. I needed to do this, I needed to do that, and then we're becoming bigger, right? And I still was like reluctant on doing user tests, but never skip user testing. It's actually important, no matter whether it's a small project or a big project or something that you do not want to even, push out and develop. The major thing about user testing is you get to actually learn and have insights about what you did. If people actually would love something like that, no matter what. And it's actually enjoyable. I actually enjoyed my time. So I created a different page. After I was done, I had some things I got from the some insights basically. Like for example, going to this page. So there was this thing about the calendar, um, where if people wanted to like pick a date that was 2 months ahead, and for them to have to scroll because the animation had like a scroll for the day and the hour and everything. So for them to have to scroll in 2 months time, it's going to take a little bit more time than if they would just click on this and select a date. So I had to make an addition to that because previously there wasn't that option. Same thing with this, imputing a number instead of just having to select. What if they want to select like 100? In the previous one, there was a plus icon where it will bring up another like set of numbers, and they're like, why not just put an input number? Make it easier for me to just put the number at once. And same thing, it was like this part before it was just the price, and then it was like price for everything, or for just like is it per serving? Is it like in so it's just more logical to have, okay, this is $10 per serving of this dish. I didn't put that before. And there are just some other things, like for example, I didn't even give them a chance to edit. The backflow was so I just got to get a whole lot of insight basically. And it was cool. It was cool. It was really nice. There was also this thing about dress code. So based on the type of restaurants, they would want. I know they would want to create an atmosphere that is comfortable for at least their target um, customers. So they had to sometimes. Some of the time they would prefer to like specify what type of dressing they would like to see. The dress code, the term dress code may not be right, but I had to use it because that was what came to mind. But one other thing they were even concerned about from the test was about, like, if it's like, what's a smart casual? Like, how do I know what smart casual is? So I had to like, okay, maybe I needed to put more information about what it meant, and maybe even use a tone that was more suiting, so it doesn't look like it's like, if you don't dress like this, we kick you out, something like that. So you make it look like, oh, we prefer to have this kind of setting, and this. Some of the preferred, I'll show you what it looks. Okay, yeah, it's here. So we ask our guests to dress in smart casual attire. This. Please avoid overly revealing clothing. Thank you for your cooperation. So words that are just more easier to process than just, if they just had smart casual, we just want smart casual. We don't want it would put off. It actually was putting off. I saw that it was actually a put off, or what's the word, for some of the people that saw that. And I had basically I had lots of insight. So it's very important you do your test. So what was the next thing? So I did the iterations, and I'm just going to show the prototype. I'm going to show the prototype now. Trying to think if I'm forgetting anything. So yeah, I'm just going to show the prototype and what it actually looked like. So let's go. Here we go. Okay, so the splash screen, and then we had the welcome screen. Um, there was the location, explain why we're collecting location, and then you put in like of course the text. And there was the you could actually skip here because there is not all features that would need an account. So I wanted people to be able to access even the app without even having an account if they didn't like want to put in their details. So that was helpful. I felt it was actually nice to bring more people to the app easily without, oh, I have to put in my email and da da da. So sign up. There's this lovely animation. I got it from Lottie. And then we get into the app. So there's restaurants. You get to see different restaurants based on like featured created lists. You also get to see from restaurants that you could book now. And then there is also going to be like a food event. So for food events, this is one other wonderful thing. Like, so you could have like karaoke nights, or see restaurants that have karaoke nights. Three course lunch menu and you know special um, dishes for special nights and all of those things. And you get to see all of that in a particular page that was dedicated to this location. So you get to see restaurants offering that for this location. So apart from this, there's also switching to other locations to see the same menu, the same featured restaurant, but for a different location. So it's not just that if you wanted to dine in Port Harcourt, let's say you were traveling from Lagos to Port Harcourt, and you wanted to check out restaurants, you could do that even while you are in a different location. So all of that was put into consideration. You could search, um, and then it would bring like a list of restaurants, internal restaurants. You could also change like location in search, like I said, and it will also bring up a list. I didn't explore the advanced filter, but it's also something you could use to like change stuff and find more specific restaurants. There's also the fact that I could also see pictures. This is one thing that I found out that all the testers or all the participants they actually loved. They could see how the restaurant actually looks. They could see the foods, drinks that have been taken, pictures of food and drink that have been taken, and get to see all of this about the restaurants. I can't actually, I can't actually do this right now. I don't know why. Basically, probably because of the yeah. So, but that was that was that about the photos, and then you also get to see details about this restaurant. You get to see their menu, reviews, right? Which was so cool. Get to explore this location. Um, there's also going to be like a full screen stuff that will help you to actually do more. Then there's this smart card routing where you get to see more information about what these options actually mean. So let's just go through the reservation. So you get to select the day, confirm date and time, select the amount of guests, choose like the meals you're thinking of trying out, and these are is termed in a way where you know that these are possible dishes you're considering. It's not like it's fixed or anything. So confirm possible dishes, and then you see details and you confirm your booking. So that's that's that. Then if you check the reservations, you get to see details about the reservation. You can cancel and do shit. Yeah, and if you did save, you get to also see saved restaurants that you saved. So that's basically it. And yeah, the Gourmet Journey app was actually lovely. It's been a while since, because I'm now more in these days. There are some clients that I get where it's just, oh, these are product specifications. Work on this. We want this flow. We want it like this. You don't need to worry about user research. We don't have time for that. Blah 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 blah. Which is fine. Like, I don't really have much against that, but of course, there's this part of me that wants to get into more of testing and doing UX, and like actually being part of the product specification journey, because it helps give me more light into what I should focus on when I'm doing my wireframes. And yeah, so Thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you loved this design process and watch out for the next video. I'm going to be talking about AI and how you can use it to create a design brief for your next project, and how it's cool because this is a mini project, personal project, right? And if you wanted to do something cool, you could use the power of AI to just give you ideas on what you could do, even down to the number of pages you want to use to like be part of this project. And yeah, thanks for watching and take care. Have a wonderful day. Until next time, bye.